Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just doing a little bit of an impromptu stream here. I'm going to share this a couple more places before we get started with this first game, which is called Dead Estate, as you see here. So give me just 1 second right here. Alright, looks like we got a few more people. Thanks to everybody jumping in here, whether you're watching on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook. Really appreciate you. Hopefully the audio levels are okay here. I'll check this real quick. Alright, cool. So this game right here is called Dead Estate. I actually tried it once a little earlier this morning before trying it, and I tried Hitchhiker Jules here. I might try Trucker Jeff real quick. Hey, Derivative, how are you? You know, I do have the camera, but you know, I don't know what it is. Sometimes I don't like being on camera. Like, it feels like more pressure, I guess, to perform. You know, to be honest, I'm curious if you ever feel this way too, but sometimes I don't even want to necessarily play on stream, but it's like challenging myself. Hey, you know what? I'm going to play these games anyway. Why not do it on stream for everybody to else at least see? But actually, Derivative, these games that I'm going to be playing right now are games that I was hoping to test out before finalizing a lineup for Indie Game Club. So this one, I think this might be a contender for next week. If I really like it, so let's jump into it. So let's try right here. This is a roguelike game here again, Dead Estate. So we got two options, as you saw from the intro. We got Trucker Jeff, so he can take more damage, has more health, moves slower, and starts with a handgun. And I already tried one run with Hitchhiker Jules, so she has less health but moves faster and starts with a shotgun. So let's try Jeff the Trucker here. So this is a twin stick game. It does not have native controller support, which I know Tony Varela, if you're Tony Taiga, for the Indie Game Club watchers out there, I know he's gonna jump in and do something with X-Patter here or something to get this working. But this game is, from my understanding, I did go into it blind, but from my understanding, I think it is being worked on for a larger full version that'll be released on Steam and other platforms. This game is available on itch if you're a regular watcher of Indie Game Club or the indie content we put out. We're huge fans of itch.io on this channel. That's where we spend so much of our gaming time. Personally, I think I spend more time gaming on itch than any other platform. I should say this is in the roguelike category of games, as I found out after my first playthrough. If you die, there is no continuity. You don't get to keep anything and take it into any other future runs or anything along those lines. So I don't really have enough money, I don't think, to get anything. But just to give you guys an idea of some of the items that we can get in here. This garlic necklace. Enemies will approach you slower. Stomping boots. Oh, and I can jump. I should show you guys that. Ooh, that's interesting. Chance for dead enemies to briefly summon a ghost that attacks other enemies. That's pretty cool. We got a map, of course, and ambrosia. Fully heal you upon buying, picking up. Hey, Brian. Yep, you are absolutely correct. That's why, yeah, I always distinguish between roguelikes and roguelites. We play, I think roguelites tend to be the more popular variety right now, but this is definitely in that roguelike category because of that. Which I'm curious what everybody, you know, feels about. We've talked about that a lot on Indie Game Club before, the differences between the two. And just as a recap for that, if those who are wondering what we're talking about there, roguelite and roguelite games both kind of are derived from the famous, was it late 80s, right? Original Rogue? I'm trying to remember. But in that game, I mean, a common feature of these games is procedural generated levels, permadeath. But the big key difference, if you hear those terms and you want to get hip with the times as far as the difference between roguelike and roguelite, is roguelike games tend to be self-contained runs. So what that means is, you know, you do a run of the game. If you die, when you restart from scratch. Versus roguelite games, so if you played things like Hades, Dead Cells, things of that nature, some of the more popular titles there's a level of, or Rogue Legacy, things like that. There's a level of persistent, permanent change that you can bring to the table. So for example, in games like Hades, you can upgrade your character and abilities and unlock new weapons, versus games like this or Spelunky, where every time you play, you have to start from the beginning. Although Spelunky has that one element, I guess, that you could argue that kind of quasi-roguelite, where you can pay the cave digger to allow you to start in a different section of the game. But for the most part, I would say Spelunky is in that roguelike territory. Brian, I don't know if I think we've talked about it in the past, but I'm curious what your, I would assume your preference is based on, like, maybe the specific game itself. And I don't think you have, like, one full-on preference, although I might be leaning towards the, I don't know. Curious to hear your thoughts if you want to drop them in the chat there. Oh, God. That's interesting. That didn't happen on my first playthrough. So I will say it feels rather easy, although I just got hit exactly when you say that, right? That's always how it happens. Yeah, I am getting hit actually here. I should just circle strafe this guy. I don't know why I'm just going back and forth. Wow. Am I supposed to... Maybe I'm supposed to actually exit the level, because this door is open. Okay. What does this note say? Oh, God, I want to read the note. Am I about to die here? Okay, well... that is... Let me go back here. And the game crashed. Alright, let me restart that real quick. Well, yeah, the game actually crashed right there, right after I died. I didn't rage quit, just so you know. Well, remember what I said about the game being too easy and how easy I found the first run? Well, I don't think it was hard. I might have just... I think I just messed up there. Brian on Facebook saying, I hate the terminology, though. It's like music guys making music, and then music journalists come up with all the terms and other nonsense. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel like terminology is helpful though in some sense, right? I mean, you have to have something to kind of help you, maybe not those terms specifically, but maybe like those attributes of just explaining what permadeath, what type of permadeath we're talking about. I don't know how helpful these... I think there's a few things in these chests. Well, that was a cool little surprise, though, that guy chasing me. I really love stuff like that, where you take, like, basic mechanics and add some elements of, you know, I'm not going to say randomness, but certain events that you know, either happen on a timed basis or just every few playthroughs if something's triggered. Okay, I think that blood hurts me, apparently. But for those who watch Indie Game Club, you definitely know that I'm a huge fan of these types of games. One that we recently covered, I want to say it was in December, that I really enjoyed and I highly recommend for folks is Gut Whale. Gut Whale was, I thought, an awesome experience, and like many games on itch, you know, you can say that a lot of these games are kind of slept on, so to speak, that not many people know. Oh gosh, give me 1 second. My my daughter and nieces are getting into an argument or something here. Sorry, 1 second, folks. Sorry about that. For all the parents out there streaming. I got my daughter and my nieces here. Derivative saying, I always saw like as mechanics, just like Rogue, and light as having elements, but with some major changes. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to do it. I think I was kind of going more into like what those specific changes are, but I feel you on that, Derivative. To me, I think that the biggest element that separates the like and light is that kind of permanent changes from one playthrough to another. So it's interesting because, like, I think the biggest... Let me look at this real quick. If you don't want a weapon anymore, destroy it by holding middle click or shift. But I think the biggest thing to kind of point out about that is, like, the difficulty curve. Because when you think about a lot of these traditional roguelike games, is that the difficulty curve is, you know, over time, you're obviously going to get better by playing those games. Oh, this is a cool gun. I don't think I can switch. Yeah, I can't switch weapons. But what's interesting about roguelike games is traditionally the gameplay experience actually gets easier regardless of your personal skill, because you can apply, like, points and things to improve your character, which I think in general helps characters feel like more overpowered as they play, because not only do they personally get better from a skill standpoint, but their characters and, like, what they, you know, what weapons they might have access to, oh wow, okay, might actually change as well. So we got that growling again. I don't know, how do people feel about that curve? Oh, here, I meant to go. The difficulty curve in that sense. Brian on YouTube is saying the best roguelike is Minecraft. Yeah, I assume you're talking about like the, what do you call like Minecraft's base? I should know this. The base mode, the adventure mode. Is that what it's called? I don't know if I'd say that's the best. That's I feel you, like, especially, yeah, because when you have the crafting and other elements involved. I know how much you're a fan of. Like, oh gosh, here we go. This guy chasing again. You know, I'm assuming that mechanic is just to maybe move you along. But I swear when I played this, my first playthrough, it was just, it was not, I took my sweet time with it. Okay, and I have no idea what the weapon was I picked up right there. And I'm assuming I can't go to the shopkeep. I can try? Is this like safe ground? Oh wow, it is actually. Okay. How much money do I got? 449. Brian saying, in Minecraft feels like NetHack. More and more PCG stuff. In Rogue was just dungeon. Yeah, no, I feel you. There's a lot of additional kind of elements. Yeah, I mean, I guess that goes to your point about the terminology, right? Like, there's a lot of layers to this, and so many of these games are, you know, employing different types of elements outside of what you would traditionally call just the rogue genre. Let me look at this real quick. Stomping boots is kind of cool. Garlic necklace, slow. I really like that one. Ooh, 25% off all shop items. I'm tempted to do that. I like anything that you could stack like that. And I'm hoping it's going to stack from floor to floor. Because when I played this the first time, you could actually move from one floor to the other. Derivative on Twitch is saying, not sure if I'd consider Minecraft hardcore as roguelike. All right, Brian, what do you think about that? We can have a conversation between you guys on Twitch to YouTube. Brian on YouTube is saying, in Minecraft there's a whole world and you can edit the world. Yeah, Rogue was just dungeon. NetHack, it's a whole world. I feel you on that. But I'm curious what you think about Derivative's point. Not as hardcore necessarily. Let's see. I'm willing to spend some money here. Let's see. Sorry, one second, everybody. In here, Derivative saying permadeath is an important aspect to a roguelike, but I think the luck of items/effects is an important aspect. I feel you on that. Curious, Brian, how you feel? We're getting this interesting stomping, so I guess we're still seeing these enemies here. I do wish I could like actually click on these items or press something, because there's no other buttons to actually see that. So I actually can't tell. For this weapon, for example, right here, it looks like a stun, like a, what do you call those, like tasers? And this one slows down enemies. This lowers the cost 25%. Oh wow, did we really actually get him down to not chase us by going into the store there? Well, that worked out. Okay, yeah, we already got that, so I was just curious if I could switch out weapons there. Derivative saying, like, you drink a potion, oh, hold on, no, you had another comment. Let me get over here. Can I pause this with an escape? No. Okay. Derivative saying, like in Rogue, you pick up weapons, potions, other items without knowledge if they'll benefit/harm you on using them. Like you drink a potion and don't know how, and don't know until you do it whether it's going to poison you or heal you. Yeah, I feel you on, like, yeah, that's another point, I guess, to ask about, is, like, you know, a lot of these games employ the idea that, only upon, like, repeated playthroughs do you actually, like, get a full understanding of, like, what all the spells and everything it does. Like, that was actually, I really liked, I think a lot of you have played or heard of Neon Abyss. I really liked that one overall, but I also feel like at some point, the games shouldn't necessarily encourage or reward memorization. So I almost feel like maybe the first time you encounter an item, yeah, maybe not tell the player exactly what it does. But then at that point, I almost feel like you should start displaying what it is. Like, your player has almost discovered it. Because I don't really like playing the memorization game where I have to, like, remind myself just by looking at an item or hearing the name whether this is an item I actually like. You know, pausing the game and almost busting out, like, a game wiki page just to see if, just because my memory's failing me, you know? Alright, here's a boss. Let's see. So, I can already tell you that this is different from the boss I encountered in my first playthrough. That looks like an item there. What is that? Do you all prefer playing games like this with mouse and keyboard, or is this, like, because it has that kind of twin stick feel, is this something you prefer more, you know, with two joysticks? I actually think I explored the whole dungeon, so I think I will leave right here. But let me read a couple things real quick. Let's see. Brian says, you can identify stuff in Rogue. Identify scroll. It has been so long since I tried Rogue that it's hard for me to speak to that specifically, actually. I need to go back to my roots. I love how this map floats up, by the way. It looks really cool. Derivative saying, traditionally, roguelikes don't have that visual cue until utilized. Like, each playthrough is a different reality. Yeah, exactly. No, I feel you on that. I guess my issue is kind of, I get roguelikes. It's supposed to be an entirely different playthrough, but I feel just as the player, if it's the same save file, you know, I'm not talking about if it's like a second user jumping in or something like that, but if it's the same thing, I don't like things that kind of force me to kind of memorize stuff, but that's part of it. I get it. That's part of the experience where you kind of want to reward players for kind of, you know, in nature, knowing what's, you know, if this item is mushrooms poisonous or not, or things like that. I get that, but sometimes these... Oh, God, I thought that was health. I love the music here, by the way, too. So this one, I actually encountered a glitch on my first playthrough. So you can jump and shoot these enemies. I had one that was, like, stuck in a position. Wow, okay. That is taking my health right there. This jumping aspect is pretty cool. I like that there's a little pushback. You can see kind of that recoil when you shoot. So for the most part, I think these red pots seem to have some health or something in them. If I stand in this blood, am I okay? Yeah. Derivative is saying on Twitch, Toe Jam and Earl is a roguelike, and its items are all presents with different wrapping paper. Once you use it on that run, you know that all presents with that wrapping paper are X effects. Gotcha. I feel you on that. Whoa, okay. Didn't notice those guys. I'm loving this music. So, I'm curious, Brian, Derivative, hey, Grant Johnson, thanks so much for sharing the stream. Really appreciate you. Thanks, everyone, again, joining on, whether it's Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. Really appreciate it. This is all an impromptu stream, as I mentioned. Just figured I would play some games to test out some stuff in anticipation for a, you know, future episode of Indie Game Club. But what do you all think about this one so far? I'm really liking it. I'm really liking it. I really like this this isometric style. Is there a proper name for this? I know some like early Rare games, Rare software games did this look, and obviously this has been employed plenty of times, but I still wouldn't say it's so common these days. This kind of effect that early on was used to simulate a 3D environment, although I take it actually with a jump and everything that this is actually 3D. With just some sprites here and whatnot. Hey, Grant's saying, yo, bro, what's today's show? Hey, Grant, yeah, it's all impromptu, man. We're just running through some different indie games. I got quite a few lined up. Derivative saying, looks cool, makes me think of Binding Isaac mixed with Nuclear Throne. Yeah. You know, I enjoyed Binding of Isaac, but I don't think I ever got into it as much as many did. Maybe it was... This one actually just feels a little more... I haven't played Binding of Isaac in... Oh god, I'm about to die here. In a while, so... But, this one feels a lot more, kind of reflex-based. Like, it seems a lot easier to move your character with a quickness, and Binding of Isaac was much more kind of Zelda Link to the Past movement. Alright, let's hope there's some health here somewhere. At the very least, the shop keep coming up. Yeah, Grant saying on Facebook. I love how, like, everybody who's chatting right now is on a different platform. So we have we have people on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook all chatting at the same time. And I'll read and try to link you guys all together. But Grant saying, I remember seeing games of this style back in the NES days. Yeah, for sure. And some early, late 80s, early 90s PC stuff, too. I might need to buy some health here, as much as I don't like that. Let's see what my health is. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let me see what we got. Let's see what we got. Ooh, destroying a weapon will create a different new weapon that can't be destroyed. So let's go ahead and do this, Ambrosia. Actually, we have a lot of money. I think we can get all three of these. Increased size of explosives. Grants small chance to completely negate damage from enemies when attacked. I don't think we need this one. I don't know if I want to destroy any of these weapons yet. And I'd rather not buy the map. I feel like that one in this case, with the maps not being that large, I don't think it's really worth spending the money on... I like these guys' movements, by the way, but I don't think it's worth spending money on the map. But I can see why if you want to just cut to the chase and find a certain weapon or a treasure chest. Alright, Brian's saying you don't need an arbitrary mechanic to make you keep playing. You want to keep playing because the game is so good. Brian, you want to tell me what you're referencing with that? I'm trying to... Need an arbitrary mechanic to keep you playing? Oh, do you mean the permanency that passes from each playthrough? Is that what you're saying? Health pickups drop more often. Yes, that's what we need. Because if that's what you're saying, if you are, let me look at this. Minigun fires at an absurdly fast rate with a downside of extremely low accuracy. Derivative welcoming Sandwich Generation over there. Yeah, I think we might have talked about this in the past. But I don't know if I would say, if that is what we're talking about, I don't think... Read above. Let me see. Oh, I missed what you wrote. I'm sorry. Let me look back at what you wrote on YouTube. I'm not sure how I feel about roguelike mechanic of making the game easier by grinding. Like, as you said, a player will improve extrinsically just by playing. It seems odd to compound that by also just making the game easier as well. It means if you're really talented, you still need to grind. You can't beat the game on your first playthrough. Like, the best games ever are pure and simple and skill-based. I Tetris. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, thanks for reminding me about that. Sometimes when I have the multi-stream chat here, it's a little hard for me to see everybody's comments. But I feel you on that, but I think that for me the difference is that... Oh, wow, that's powerful. And I can't switch weapons, by the way, so guys, just like classic arcade stuff, once you get a weapon like this, you pretty much have to use all of its shots before you can switch over, or you can consume it. The thing about that, Brian, I do like that it adds things over each playthrough. So I do like the fact that you can, like, earn perks. And I actually like, for example, how in Hades and things like Rogue Legacy, you can actually change the map over time. So you can, like, use the points or crystals, like kind of their in-game currency of sorts, which does, to your point, make the game easier over time, but it also adds, like, variety and discoverability, and I think it could be paired really well with the storyline. So in Hades' case, you know, the fact is, like, you're dealing with these Greek gods that can't die in the first place. God, these small little creatures are the ones that probably have done the most damage to me. And so in that case, like, the story fits well, or like in Rogue Legacy, for example, where you're actually playing an ancestor, right, of the character you played beforehand. So I think there's some cool stuff there. Or, you know, Void Bastards, it makes sense. So, like, thematically, I think you can kind of justify it. And stuff like Void Bastards, which we talked about recently, you know, I think it makes sense there that you're kind of... There's a... Oh, God, these small things. I think it makes sense to keep some things permanent. So, I would honestly say that the Rogue games that I play, I actually tend to prefer, although Spelunky's probably my favorite of the bunch, which is roguelike. I tend to prefer roguelites. I feel like they have a lot of variety to them, a lot of surprises. They tend to keep me more motivated to play, although, again, Spelunky is different, and that is probably still one of my favorites of the bunch. I do not know, folks, some of those things that I'm picking up that don't seem to be perks, I am wondering what those are, because it's not really giving me much details. Sandwich Generation, Brian, coming over here to Twitch, saying, I'm just always wary of adding grind to any game. Or you're saying, certainly it'd be used well. Games are fun, they should not be a grind. Certainly can be used well. Yeah, I totally feel you on that. Oh, that's the heart. That's what's making that beating sound. And also the guy chasing me. I feel you. I guess the games, yeah, the ones that I'm talking about that I enjoyed so much don't necessarily feel like a grind. Yeah, games like Hades probably... I mean, I guess, you know, you theoretically can beat it on your first playthrough. Your character's probably so kind of weak that, yeah, you probably won't. But it is possible. I mean, Rogue Legacy you could beat on a playthrough without that stuff. Some of that I actually don't consider necessarily, like, full-on grind. To me, it seems like it's helping the players over... How to put it? Let me think about this. And it's kind of hard to do as I'm playing, but... Oh, God. He's back. Yeah, I definitely don't want to add something just for grind's sake. I absolutely feel you on that. You don't want to add it just to add fluff to the game. Certainly not. But the ones that I'm talking about, in no way do I really feel like that's the case. Now, I will say when I beat Hades the first time, you know, to find out that I actually have to beat it like 9 more times to get a full ending, okay, that's something. But the game itself didn't take probably, you know, I'm at the point, I think, when I was beating it like around half an hour or so. Let's see, Sandwich Generation also saying, it's like Doom 2016, they add RPG mechanics, why God, why? Yeah, I'm trying to remember those. What was in there? Like, you could upgrade certain things, right? And I actually played quite a bit of that. I might need a refresh on that. Grant Johnson's on Facebook saying, bro, you need a 2-player that's reading chats and coordinating communication with you while playing and still entertaining. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can blame my deaths on the fact that I'm multitasking, which is nice. Sandwich Generation on Twitch saying just everyone adding RPG mechanics to everything now. Yeah, it definitely can be used well. I feel I think overall I think I'm in the same boat. Like, I mean, don't add fluff if it doesn't need to be there. But if it adds to the experience, yeah, for sure. The one I mentioned earlier that we covered on Indie Game Club that I really think needs to get more love, Gut Whale on Itch. That is Gut Whale, as in the creature. That one I think did a really good job, and I think the only thing that I think changed is you could kind of wear these hats. That would change your experience. But the cool thing like that, or like I guess like Downwell. So what do you all think? Like, I feel like Downwell is a phenomenal game, an absolutely phenomenal game. And I guess the only difference between runs is that you unlock like a new starting perks. So like your character has less health but is faster, that sort of thing. So it's more so just like almost choosing like a different character. But the actual experience is, the core experience is the same. I mean, you can choose things that say, oh, you have more shops encounters, or you have this or that, but everything traditionally has a downside. So it's not like you have just an outright advantage. All right, let me go to this boss. Okay, here, hold on. Let me read a couple more things in the chat. Grant on Facebook saying, yeah, you do an amazing dynamic, great time of playing and respect of chatters too, but you could use your own dynamic duo. Yeah, I feel you, man. Thanks. I appreciate the show of support for as well. Yeah. It helps to have multiple screens. I got 3 screens right now going so that I can watch the chat, the game, and Streamlabs. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, this minigun is really helping me out there. Well, that was an easy boss. It really helped to have that item there. You know what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to consume that item right before it collapses. Yeah, Derivative saying the hats were basically builds. Yeah, that's a better term for it. Yeah, different builds. Very reminiscent of Shigeru Miyamoto's thought process. Yeah, you want to elaborate on that? Grant, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts about that. Just as far as, like, I'm assuming you're talking about kind of, like, the simplicity of it all. And just keeping focused on the core gameplay mechanics there. Alright, let's try this. I actually don't need to probably consume this, but let me hold this middle mouse button and see what happens when I guess, eat my weapon. I don't think my health went up one bit, everybody. You can maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I saw my health go up at all. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Okay. I missed my minigun. Yeah, I'd love to hear everybody's like favorite roguelites and roguelites. We heard from Sandwich Generation that Minecraft is your favorite. Derivative, I'd be curious to hear about yours. And Grant, like, what do you guys look for there in roguelite games? Or even if you don't like, I'm curious why. Destroying weapons heals you. Okay. So if I would have had that, then destroying weapons would have healed me. Alright, we got a lot of money though, so let's get this shop. I think we can buy everything here. Bonker, chance for your shots to knock enemies further back. I love that. Ore of ammunition, ammo drops become more frequent. Super Shroom, increases health, jump height, and size. Hell yeah, let's get all 3. I don't think we need health, and I think, again, I don't think the maps are worth it. So these items seem like cost-wise that we're not really having an issue with the cost. Grant saying both Downwell and Gut Whale. Loogie Hauser, hey Loogie Hauser, thanks for joining us on YouTube. Really appreciate it. Saying Wizard of Legend, personal favorite. Hey, I love that one, and the fact that it has multiplayer, I think that's an excellent choice. But can you remind me of with Wizard of Legend, like how it worked as far as like death though? Because I didn't think the levels were Were they procedural? It's been a long time. I played it when it came out, so I don't remember like the death and procedural generation aspect. If you don't mind sharing about that. Bowling ball guarantees to crush anything in its path. Is okay. So I guess we got a 75 usages of this bowling ball. Grant Johnson saying every power up has a game mechanic that builds design, mood, and situations. I feel you about that. Lukey Hauser saying about Wizard of Legend, couch co-op only, procedural, yes. Yeah, okay. Thanks for the reminder there. I did like that. In fact, I'm glad you reminded me of that, because that's one I've actually wanted to go back and play a lot more. We hosted, when that game came out, we hosted our in-person events. This was, of course, before COVID, where we featured Wizard of Legend and had a lot of people have fun with it. Okay, I don't know how to feel about this weapon right here. This bowling ball. The bowling ball doesn't, like, feel, like, impactful, but we'll see. Grant saying, oh, so what's the name of the game and what's the premise? Grant, are you asking, which one are you asking about specifically? Wizard of Legend? Derivative saying Dungeons of Dreadmore is my favorite. And Lukey Hauser is saying 4 stages of death starts you back at the beginning. Okay, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's amazing how many of these games we now have, like, access to. Oh, God. Well, actually, that wasn't hard at all. Am I actually... I don't see a visual indicator that I'm actually hurting this thing. Or maybe you can only hurt it when it's in the middle. Yeah. How do you all feel about Spelunky, Binding of Isaac, Dead Cells, Hades, you know, some of these more popular one. Oh, wow. Okay, my health is low. You know what? I'm going to probably consume this weapon, guys, because I actually feel that... I don't know how much I like it. I'm curious if consuming it... Oh, boy. This might be the death of me. Alright, I'm going to eat it while I'm running. There we go. But I am interested. I would hope that the mechanic is that the earlier you consume it, the more health you get. And so... Although that is kind of a fun little hack where... Oh, it looks like I got to kill the heart. And that might kill these guys. Jumping is a little tricky, I'll say, to kind of know where your shot is, but it looks like it shoots just like in a plane. So if that's the case, you just, you know, kind of aim at your opponent like this and... Oh, God. My wife's calling me at the same time here. Yep, okay, so as we thought, killing that guy kills the enemy there. Grant saying more simultaneously, playing games so much need that camaraderie. More simultaneously player games so much need that camaraderie and competition. Yeah, I actually have a really cool game idea in mind that kind of adds like a multiplayer roguelike mechanic that I'd love to talk about at some point. Derivative saying Spelunky I'm a big fan of. Grant saying the game you're currently playing. Oh, what is the name of this game? Oh, yes, thanks, Grant. I should have reminded that. Yeah, this game doesn't have like a Twitch tag, so it's called Dead Estate. Now, it looks like it's being further developed, and so they're on. If you go on the itch page, again, Dead Estate, you can see the developer at the top says a Steam version is coming, and I'm assuming the permanent version would also hopefully be released on itch as well. Hey, Derivative, curious. I'm surprised we haven't talked about this, or maybe we did. But what do you feel about? How do you feel about Spelunky 2? Because I really liked it. I don't know if it hit me the same way that Spelunky 1 did, in terms of, you know, when you first get that experience. Because I was playing Spelunky back in the TIG Source Game Maker days, and I remember just kind of the magic of it. all like the kind of the first time. In fact, I think I share this story all the time that the first time playing Spelunky, I think I uninstalled it after a playthrough. So, okay, now that's annoying to have the items, those little creatures hidden behind your little perks. But I guess that's on me. Derivative saying, hold on, my wife is using the chat to reach me. So give me 1 second. She's saying my wife is out right now, and she's hitting me up on the Facebook stream. Let me check this. I need to be good. Hey babe, maybe you can hear me right now. Let's see. Sorry guys, give me 1 second here. Sorry, folks. 1 second. Keep that conversation going, y'all. I gotta get one thing through my email real quick. Oh, God. And see, this is the sad part. There's no pause. Oh. I might have to kill myself here. No, and I'm getting so far. Babe, I actually did not... I don't think I got that text message you're talking about. Let me see. Oh, I did. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can do both. Sorry, guys. I'm playing a really fun game here while I'm confirming a text message like thing while I'm also doing this. So give me 1 second. Alright, let me flip to this real quick. Hopefully you guys are loving all this, these Courtney memes. Alright, babe, I think I got it. If you... Yeah, let me text you right here. Alright, sorry about that, everybody. Coming back right here. How is our health doing? At some point we might want to consider this ambrosia. Should I get this ambrosia and just run to the... You know what? I hate the idea of doing this, but... I also don't want to get... I'm gonna buy it. It pains me to do that, but I also think, mainly because I'm hoping to go through several games here, I'm gonna go ahead and spend the money on this, because I think if I die, I'm gonna have to jump into another game. Although, I don't think... Did I pick up a new gun in this level? Yeah, I picked up the bowling ball, right? Yeah, I can't say the bowling ball was... one of my favorites. I almost feel like it needed a little bit more punch to it. So what I might actually do is I might roll out some of the games I played last night too, because I played a pretty cool game. Any Crazy Taxi fans in the chat? Because I played a game, I want to say it dropped recently on itch called Psycho Taxi Remix. Totally straight up Crazy Taxi if you're familiar and you've played that before, but with a really cool aesthetic. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. Really simple game, but in short, so I probably won't stream it for long, but I feel like I want to show you all that. Alright, sweet. Grant saying my wife and me have mixed game buildings in life. Yeah, with each other having super gamings. I feel you on that. Yeah, my wife needed to log in on Amazon right there, and she's over at her mom's house right there, so I had to approve all of that on my phone. Final level. Hey, we might actually beat this game, folks. I'm excited about that. Strangely getting like a tiny bit of lag here. Not sure exactly what's going on there. A little bit. I don't know if it's noticeable on y'all's end. It's in the game itself, not the connection. I wonder if this is going to be a straight up boss battle, because it looks like the next world's just the key. Yeah, it's a little... Huh. Yeah, it's a little laggy. It's like noticeably not as responsive as it was before. I don't know what the deal is there. Let me click off here and come back in. Hey, mercenary, I see you in the chat as well. How you doing, my friend? Yeah, I think, like I said, this is going to be straight up going... Yeah, it's weird. The game has been pretty smooth like butter overall, but it seems like as I've been playing it, it's gotten a little laggy. Okay, enemies and pots drop more money. That would have been great to have early on in the game, but hey, let's still do that. I'm not going to pick up this weapon just yet. What does it say? Flame launcher, grenade launcher that fires combustible projectiles. That is really cool. Let's go to this shop first. Since this is the final thing, I might just go crazy and purchase all the big stuff. Let's see. The light around you becomes larger? I wonder... Okay, I'll have to think about that one. Choco bar makes you move faster. I like that. Fire will burn enemies for a longer amount of time and do more damage. Hey, that's perfect to go with the new item there. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let's grab this choco bar. I don't know about this light around you becomes a... Yeah, you know, Sandwich, I'm gonna have to bust out my specs here. Now, I've never really had issues with stuff. I mean, this is a few years old and PC, but yeah, I've never really had, especially with stuff like this. So I could bust that out there for you in just a minute, though. Let me first... I want to see this light thing, because I don't think this light actually makes much of a difference, right? They haven't introduced anything as far as the light around you. So I think I'm going to avoid that weapon. Or that perk, sorry. And we don't really look like we need health. Although if this truly is the last level, might as... I don't know. Let's try to beat him without getting that health. You know what? I'm going to buy that light. Because watch this be like a level in pitch darkness. Something like that. But I kind of hope that I get rewarded for the amount of money that I have left over at the end. Monster Maker. Three minutes. Oh, God. Am I on fire, too? Oh, God. Oh boy, I saw that coming. Damn it. Not looking good. Is that just how long I have to last, I wonder? Or am I supposed to beat him in that amount of time? Hey! Come on, use this! What has she got for me? No! Hopefully I can push him back a little. What is this? Yes! Oh god. Sweet. Awesome, we did it. So there you go, title of the game right there. Dead Estate by Milk Bar Lads. I really enjoyed that. That was really cool. George was saying, they pulled an Resident Evil 3. You might need to remind me of that. I remember the Resident Evil 1 immediately it comes to mind with like the rooftop fight with the rocket launcher there. You mean just like as far as like... Yeah, because that actually reminds me a little bit of Resident Evil 1. Remind me of 3 if you can. I definitely would like to see more of this game, for sure. Yeah, I remember getting Resident Evil 1 the day it came out as a kid, mainly because it was like around my birthday or something, and my brother pretty much wanted me to get it because, you know, he wanted to play the game. And I actually don't think I even got it. Those are the days where, like, yeah, I just watched my brother play games. Of course, I played a lot too, but it was like games like that were so scary. In fact, Derivative, of all people, you might know about this one because I know you follow all the newest itch games. Did you see that one? You might even posted. I think you actually posted about this because that's what's coming to mind. Veinless Property, the home invasion game. It's got like a Japanese kind of. I don't know. I say Japanese because it's like I think you see some Japanese wording in the game, but it's like this red cell shaded pixelated look. It's really interesting. Curious if you played that. That's another good title I played last night, and that's what has me thinking I wanted to stream this stuff for y'all, because it's like, when you play a really good one like this, I want to show it some love. Alright, so yeah, I guess there's nothing to click out of here, so let me just... Wow. There's actually no escape from this. Okay. Yeah, there's no escape out of this. Alright, I have to kill it another way. Okay, cool. So that was, as I said, Dead Estate. Before we switch over to a newer title that I haven't played, I am going to bust out that game I mentioned to you guys yesterday, Psycho Taxi Rewind, because I think it is worth checking out right here. Really short one. I'll probably only play this for like 5-10 minutes or so. Panda Indie Studio. Hopefully it's popping up right here. There we go. So this is Psycho Taxi Rewind. Okay, I thought this had controller support. Let's see. Yeah, it did. So what's cool is, as you can see when it winds up like a toy. And I think you actually want to hit people and stuff for points. I will say, as I played this game, the arrow can be a little hard to follow sometimes. But I think that's also how it was in Crazy Taxi. Now I'm going to take a little bit of a route that I know of that's going to get me some additional time. Oh no! Damn, that was not good. This is the one part where it's a little tricky to have to kind of like land, yeah. There's got to be an easier way, I'm sure, off of that ramp back there to get over here. Alright. I might try that one more time. Yeah, this is Psycho Taxi Rewind. I'm gonna give it one more shot. No! Am I landing it? Come on. Yes. Oh, hey! Look at that. That was cool. Oh, come on. Oh, I missed the ramp. That was cool. So that, again, folks, was Psycho Taxi Remix. I really like that one a lot. I think another one we'll be discussing, hopefully on Indie Game Club soon. All right, let me go through a couple of these other ones. So there's ones... This one I've been actually wanting to check out for a while. It's called The Things We Lost in the Flood. Let me see if there's a tag for that one. Yep, there is. Okay, so give me 1 second just to change the tag here. Okay. Grant on Facebook. Play on Fancade. Yeah, I'd love to check that out, man. Search Making Games Live. Baby Grogu. Okay, cool. I'll definitely have to check that out. Twin Cop yet? Yeah. Hey, we've probably been to some of the same conventions then, because yeah, Twin Cop. I actually got to meet the creators, and we actually featured that at one of our Potions and Pixels events. I went to a couple convention where those guys were showing off their game. So the next one is going to be called The Things We Lost in the Flood. Let's jump into this, and I think this one is strictly keyboard and mouse here. All right. This one's cool because I think it has this element to it that... Have you guys seen this... oh, man. Kind Words? Are you guys familiar with that game? It's a game where you're essentially in a room listening to kind of lo-fi, chill hip-hop beats and writing kind of... kind words to people. It's like you send letters. Oh, here, let me read this. On April 14th, 1993, a tap started running somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, God. And it never really stopped. The water was gray, ice cold, and people said it dragged you under. Most of your world was submerged after 18 months. The bottles came not too long after. I love the look. WASD to move. E to pick up. I see Sandwich Generation saying, hey, Derivative. I don't know if Derivative's still in the chat or not. Sandwich Generation saying, you check out a lot of game, son. You know, it's blocking that part. Maybe, can you type that a different way, Sandwich Generation? I think we have our, like, bot is a little bit overly aggressive. So it kind of censors things. Yeah, message me about that as well, Sandwich, because I think I can definitely get that message out to Derivative. I can link you guys up on Discord as well. Both cool, two really cool people that probably should know each other. Hold down and press space to paddle. Okay, let's see. Hold down and press space to paddle. Okay, I guess it's based on what direction you're facing, too. Yep. Oh, that's a simple way to do it. Alright, I'm getting strong cinematic platformer vibes by this. Sandwich, I know how much you hate cinematic platformers, but I think this is going to be a little different. Tab to right. I like this part. So these are like actual like things you can write, kind of like Dark Souls-ish, where you can leave these for people to read. And they can be related to the game or not. It says write a poem. Oh boy, on the spot here, I don't know. Whew, I don't know what to write here. Any suggestions, please drop them in the chat, because I'm trying to figure out what to write here. It's hard to write a poem on the spot. What does this do? A word? That's not what I should have done. Okay, that was the worst poem possible. I should have known that that would send out something ridiculous. Yeah, I should write multitasking is difficult. I think that was my... I can't press tab anymore. But I think I can pick this note up. Or that might be mine. Let's see. Let's see if I can pick up this bottle. So my understanding... Again, I didn't go into too much detail with this game, but my understanding is all of these notes that you find in bottles here... Oh, I gotta press E. These are all real-world notes. What are the red discs? And I think you could actually... If I delete this right here, it permanently deletes it, from my understanding. So no one will ever get this note again, which is pretty wild to think about. I like that permanent nature of it. I'm feeling the music, too. Alright, I'm going to pick up this one more note here, and then I'm going to keep going. Maybe once I pick it up... Maybe I have to delete them to write my own? I'm not sure. I'm so sorry I ruined the way we functioned and loved. Please don't forget me, but please end up happy. Huh. I think the same person, Ocha. Alright, I'm going to keep going here. I can write one more. What is your biggest fear? That's a good one. I mean, I guess, I think it's like many people, I guess. It's like being forgotten. Multitasking. Yeah, my biggest fear. Multitasking probably creates the biggest problems for me. I guess like many people, I'll write... I don't want to be forgotten. That's how you spell it, right? Let's write that. And then... That seems like somebody would pick this up and feel that it's super deep. I don't know if it is. Okay. Let's keep going here. Some power lines, birds on power lines. I love this look. Absolutely love this look. Minimal UI, really simple mechanics here. Just lean, like, you know, just whatever direction you're looking in. That's, you press spacebar. That's how you paddle. It is kind of slow to paddle, but it's still cool. What is this thing right here? It looks like a little robot spider. Okay, I pressed used on it. What is that flying over? It looks like a jet, right? Flying over us the whole time? Did you guys hear that audio of the game okay? It's just really... Only sound is really the water. All right, let's see what somebody else wrote. Did you already drift before the silver? Did you already drifted before the silver beach? Maybe it's a clue. I don't believe we saw anything like that. God knows we need company. Shade. Hey, this is cool. Shade 86. That's a good idea. Dropping your Discord info in there. definitely, yeah, Shade8686. Might hit you up on Discord here about your experience. Yeah, I don't know if it's either good or not a good idea. I guess people could know who you are, but we definitely share the experience of playing this together. Get in the water, right? Yeah. Did I die? Oh God. No. No. I thought, based on this fact that you can get in the water here with your boat, that you could, like, get into the water. Oh boy. Okay, I'm flying through this part. So the spider's back. I could grab it. Same as I did before. And I thought... Oh, there's a disc. And I picked it up. Okay, it really wants me to write here. Let go of something. Ooh. Yeah, I think this game, something like this might be best for, like, not streaming, actually, so you can kind of be anonymous and write something serious. Let go of something? I love the idea behind this. I don't know. I feel like it's almost a little cliche with all this stuff. Sign with some initials here. It looked like the Grim Reaper back there, and oh no, this is like a Ferris wheel. Yeah, oh, that was cool with the reflection, making it look like a full. Yeah, this day-night cycle is pretty awesome. Honestly, am I the only one that thought this was like a Grim Reaper kind of, like, scythe? Kind of like a graveyard kind of thing? Grant asking about Naruto Bridge. I don't think I know about that, Grant. I'm not sure. Maybe you can tell us more in the chat. Oh, maybe it's telling me how many I need to collect. I think I collected, remember there was, it said 1 at one point. This would be a cool spot to drop a note to kind of explain this, maybe. Let's see. I'm stranded here, missing you forever. Magnifique. I'm curious what notes people might destroy. I guess it's like a curate. You don't necessarily call it curation. What do you call it? Moderation system. Not finding a meaning in all of this. You're not getting audio. The audio is really faint. Let me turn it up. It's really quiet to begin with. How is it now, Sandwich? Is it better? Because it's coming through. I see all the indicators on my end. Let me turn it up on max. Maybe that'll help. Does that help? It's dark, really dark. A little bit lost as to what to do. Not sure if I'm supposed to interact with some of these objects in some way. If I press E, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. I want to fall in this water because it's a little unforgiving about that. I would hope that it's kind of weird that this character can't swim in this water world, it seems like. I miss my wings. The fact that these aren't signed by someone, I guess I gotta check. Can we submit something that isn't signed? Or is it possible that these are like clues left by the game dev or something? Hey Sandwich, let me know if the audio is good on your end. If you could, I appreciate it. Maybe I can pick up this larger stick here. Again, like I said, the audio is just, at this point, just water sound. That's it. Yeah, I can't interact with any of these things. Maybe I should try going the other way. I think maybe I will be happy one day. I think maybe it will all be okay. It's almost like the Statue of Liberty situation here. Alright, there's another one of these little electrical spiders. Let's go ahead and grab it again. Let's see if that indicator that said 31 before. Go down. 2. Am I about to get electrocuted here? No, okay. Oh, gotcha, Sandwich. Well, now let me know if it's too loud, then. If that's the case. I think I might have turned everything up. The light will come near the Ferris wheel. Alright, let's remember that. Bar Wolfa, unless he's trolling us. The light will come near the Ferris wheel. So past that Ferris wheel. I wonder if we're looping through this, or if, or if we can just go back and read it. Well, I guess that could still, like, those aren't mutually exclusive. Let's see. Oh, cool, Grant. Yeah, thanks for writing that. I'm curious. I'm gonna have to check out the Making Games Live stuff that you're doing. Notes and Bottle Pirate Adventure. That sounds really awesome. Can I get on this? Mm-mm. So I like the notes aspect of this because it reminds me of Kind Words, and another game on itch just came out that's like Paper Boats, I believe is the name of the title. Here, goodbye to Sean Martin, who wrote that he'll jump in the water. I guess he's responding to another note. That's pretty cool. I like this kind of stuff. I like that this whole idea of leaving kind of your mark on a game. I love the idea of kind of a multiplayer experience, even if it's solitary. I absolutely love that idea. Sandwich, you know that. We've talked a lot about that idea. Just making a world feel alive by having things like this. I will say it's quite unclear as to what to do outside of that. And Kind Words, and I think it was Paper Boats, you know, that's the whole purpose. So that is okay, but this is giving the sense that there's more going on. Once you start adding things like collectibles and numbers, you're kind of sending some signals to gamers that they should be doing certain things. But I'm not really getting a sense of that. I think based on the description I was reading, I was thinking that some of these notes would kind of help or hinder a player as they were moving along this journey. I see pillars rising, or raising, I think rising from the water. What is happening? Oh, that's cool, Grant. Yeah, do you have any links to those? Are those digital, I'm assuming? Yeah, drop the information for those in the chat if you could. Okay, I'm gonna get on this boat before it leaves me, based on our experience. Can I jump on some? What was that effect? Welcome to life. Welcome to this crazy world. Dragon hand. Did I pick up something for the boat? Did you guys notice it? The boat got bigger, right? That's not just me. Like that. I got like a staff there. Did I pick that? We are alone here. So maybe I should be doing more to... Right? That's not just me, right? I got that. I don't know how I did. There's a floating piece of wood. We've encountered floating pieces of wood before that I've pressed E. The only buttons I guess I should tell everybody is, you know, WASD keys to move, my happiness and health. And then space bar to jump, E to pick up objects. So I don't think I can pick up these. Let's see, E, and I should say W key is the same as the space key in terms of jumping up. You do want to press down when you're paddling, because space changes from jump to paddle. Are we in New York because of the bridge? That's a good question. I thought maybe New York because of the Statue of Liberty. I can't think of another statue of that size that kind of has their hands held like that. Although I think it's holding a kind of a torch. Drones. This is a really cool idea. I love the visuals. I love the fact that that aspect of storytelling. I do think I do wish there was more going on, or at least a clear indication of what your character's motivation is. And I'm definitely not a fan of that whole idea that if you just slip in the water, you're instant death and having to restart. That's, for a game like this, I'm not sure it necessarily fits. Sandwich, do you know what type of wood it was? Was it one of those larger pieces? I'm assuming it wasn't like that small piece like that. So I remember reading online that I think this game was about 30 or 45 minutes total. Maybe we're visiting a graveyard? Okay, that I don't like, that you can move off the screen and not see what's going on. Like, that to me seems ridiculous. So my character continued to move off the screen, and you could hear its footsteps, and I fell into water, and now this is all happening again. Stuff like that is just more frustrating than anything. I'm probably... there's a lot to enjoy about this. That part I don't. So I don't know how much more. I'm actually going to continue here just for the sake of you all not watching me in this boat the whole time, especially since we don't have a clear idea of what we're doing. I'm going to see if I can pick up a couple more pieces of wood, but after that I'm probably going to switch over to something else. Let's see, hold on a second. Sticks coming out of the water and they are lit on fire. Is this some kind of Satan? Alright, maybe this is a piece of wood we're talking about. Let's see if this is a piece of wood. Alright, it is. It did something to it. So those are the pieces we should be looking for. I swear, folks, that I was interacting with those this entire time. But I definitely am frustrated about that end part there. Have gotten that far and just to like not know what I can interact with and therefore I just fall off the side there. That's just, come on. The fact that this has some kind of like basic like particle kind of thing coming from it might help. Okay, so we're upgrading our ship here. I thought some of those pieces of wood did not, I'm not sure what that means right there. Some of those pieces of wood didn't seem to have a clear that effect on them. But that might be the indicator of all things you can interact with, even though I don't think the boat was like that when you first picked it up. Thoughts about this? I'd love to hear. I'll probably play this for a little bit longer and then I'll switch to something else. Thank you, I'll come see you. Oh, that's cool. I'm sure those are players that are kind of interacting with each other a bit. Oh god, I forgot we want to get... Yeah, we want to get the discs there. Dear friend, I've received your message and will hopefully be the first to say hi. Hi. It would be kind of cool to get some sort of indication of like how many people like interact with your stuff and things like that. I guess that might take away a bit from the whole point of the experience, but it's interesting. You don't want to be a creator doesn't mean you've got nothing to say. That's a actually pretty great line, considering that we're all probably experiencing that in the game. And it's probably difficult for many of us to come up with something to say, especially on stream. But yeah, doesn't mean we don't got anything to say. It's a good point. This looks like another boat. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on. Please don't tell me that means I'm dead. God. Okay. That... Oh, boy. Okay. I have trouble in general with patience in games to begin with, and I just feel like stuff like that kind of... It's a difference in games where you know that you did something wrong. Like the classic issue with Dark Souls or Spelunky or the roguelike games that we've been talking about earlier. When you're aware of what the possible things you and your character can do, and if you make a mistake, you realize it was something that you did yourself. But to just not know that I was just going to click that, it was going to motor me forward, and my character would just die, is frustrating. Yeah, I got mixed feelings about this. But, yeah, I might switch over to something else and come back to that one at some point. Alright, let's do some other ones I've been wanting to check out. Let's see if this will pop up here in the tags. QT. Well done. So this game is called QT. If you're familiar with PT, this is kind of a take on that. Look behind you. Yeah, great. You're right. That was what we lost in the flood. That was the that was the name of the game. I definitely wouldn't mind coming back. I'll probably come back to it off stream just to figure out what's more what's going on. This is QT. I think we're back to where we started, right? Are we just coming back into this world and it's just getting like cuter and cuter? Is that the idea? I don't think there's any other controls that I'm not aware of. Now, it does say on the itch page that this is supposed to be a 30-minute game. It looks like I'm just going through and it's the same damn thing again. Can I go back through it? Hidden nothing. Oh, that was interesting. You guys saw what popped up there? Hidden nothing at all. Tab to view. Hey, look, all the achievements. Okay. Keep an eye out for these, folks. If you see some achievements we can do. Alright, there's got to be something here. Especially after the last game that doesn't, like, tell you anything. Like, there's got to be something more going on here that we're not aware of. There's some elements that I definitely lack patience for in some games where it's just... It's okay to be cryptic. It's okay to build mystery by not having all the information out there. But in this case, like... What... If I press escape? Okay, there's... Not even an indication of what to do. Oh yeah, you're right. PT was a puzzle. I forgot. So maybe there's something I'm missing here. Yeah, feel free. I am all about backseat gaming in this case. So please, folks, if there's something you... It's been so long since I played PT, actually. Unfortunately, the PS4 that I had that on was stolen, and like and you know, for those who have PT, you know, you can no longer actually re-download the game. There doesn't seem to be much I can interact with, though. Actually, anything, I don't think I can interact with. The radio, the clock? Yeah, nothing allows me to interact with it. Unless I don't have the controls correct. Behind the figures on the wall? I mean, these folks? I mean, we see things that could be something, like this plant could be that one, or this could be, I think we saw something... Yeah, nothing is interactable. We did see this up here, right? We went up here and looked. Type letters? No. No. Tab seems to be the only key that is giving us anything. There's a picture with a wristwatch. Okay. You might need to remind me about that one, Grant. Is it back here? Oh, sandwich generation. I think the links are like disabled if you're sharing a link. Maybe if you just chop off the .com or something, it'll go through. I need to figure out this damn bot. I swear I told it to allow people to drop links. Green guy. Okay. Not this green guy. I'm assuming you're talking about another one. This guy? Green guy, orange watch. Assuming this is not this one. This is greenish with the reddish thing. That could... Oh, hold on. I could actually... If I get the right angle, I can jump here. Lights. Are you serious? Damn it. I needed to jump right onto that ladybug like that. I guess that is the most obvious thing, that the thing was just right above me. And the thing we noticed. Adjust the sound here.
Well done.
So we got lights. We got these other things to potentially achieve here. Okay, now the world's changing. I actually don't even think there's a use button, folks. Like, I literally just jumped on that. So that's probably what we're looking at here. Alright, Grant's saying that's not a watch, it's his little girl. Little watch radio is now on.
Well done.
You can jump on top of this thing, and you know what I mean? It shouldn't require, games like this shouldn't require, like, kind of twitch dexterity in order to explore it. Yeah, frogs jump, for sure. I just don't... I'm supposed to just hold hop? Jump on the frogs? Ugh. What the hell? Jump. There's a spider, wasn't it? No, it looked like it for a second.
Well done.
I'm gonna go through the door again and see if anything changes. What was that? No idea what the hell's going on. There's nothing to even interact with to know what to do. It's like very frustrating to that extent. Like if I knew that there was objects to interact with, the only object we have is to interact with is the light. But there's no indication that there's anything else, or if there are puzzles to solve, I can't interact with any object whatsoever. So I assume, like, I guess the only interaction is just to continue to go through these portals. I can't reach the stick that I'm assuming they're trying to get to. It's like you can see little tidbits of like story there in terms of like what's occurring in the world, but you can't interact with it in any way. Yeah, well done is what the radio guy says, or if that is from the radio. We've gone through this one before, right? Can we go back through this? Okay, Grant saying the goal is to see what changes and what stays the same. I mean, if that is the goal, though, it's like, how can I even interact with that? If I look and I see that a painting, for example, it's the most prominent object in the game, or I guess noticeably prominent object outside of the other characters. If it stays the same, what am I supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really communicating to us.
Well done.
Like this, for example, I'm assuming maybe in one case it's filled with something, in another case it's not. Yeah, Boyd doesn't really have the patience for some stuff like that to have to like notice things. Alright, if we can't figure this out soon, I am going to just end up switching to another one. So we got one. I love computers, but I have no idea how I accomplished that goal. At all.
Well done.
Yeah, I feel you. Grant's mentioning how in PT, the world's various things would coincide with the clock times so that the radio guy tell you things and doors open at certain times. But there's literally no interaction so far. Like, the doors opening, there's just me being able to walk through that door. And the world kind of resetting itself in a different way. And that's it. So that's one of the things we talk about a lot, like, on Indie Game Club in general. Like, even if there is more to it, the player shouldn't have to, like, really have to watch a video or, like, discover these things. There should be some sort of clear indication of what to do. Because, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like the visuals, I like the style here, but this is, like, stuff like this is already frustrating. Yeah, I feel you about enjoying the differences, but there's nothing I can do. There's literally no interaction. And if the interaction should involve me going through these over and over until I get to a specific situation, then that's just not fun. You know what I mean? It's I guess that's interactivity, but that's not Friend soda. I'm just thinking back about a game that had like this kind of aesthetic, but also had some things to do. But even though it felt a bit random as well, like it actually had like gameplay to it, and that was Sewer Rave. Like, see, we got an achievement there. It just seems like you're rewarded just for going through these things. Or I thought we did, but then I don't see that achievement highlighted. But in Sewer Rave, you actually knew what to like, or there was like little mini games or things you could do. And you kind of had some overall goals, but it had like a really interesting world and interesting characters to explore. Oh, this world is different. The geometry is different.
Well done.
Because we were collecting some of these things early on, right? Like when the game first started, it's teaching us to collect certain stuff. They weren't like this. They were something else. But then it just immediately like abandons that. Spider. Right? Yeah, I mean, but a lot of walking like sims even have some sort of element to them, like as far as like this one literally just feels like yeah. Yeah, I gotta think about this one a little. Oh, okay. Well, I just walked through the wall there. So maybe that's just teaching us we can walk through walls like this.
Well done.
Looks like there's something through there. The pictures are something too? How do you know that, Grant? Are you watching a video about it or something? Alright, I'm gonna go a couple times through this house one more time, and then we're switching games here. I thought we got that spider's achievement. Just seems like it just rewards you for how long you've stayed in this world and just kind of gone through these different floors. Or, yeah. Alright. I think we're gonna call it right there. I'd be curious to learn more about that game. Let me read about it actually out loud just so we kind of know what we've experienced. QT is a very cute game with a very spooky beginning. It's really cute and you can explore a spooky house and find your new best buddy called Weemble. Features 30 minutes playtime, a dozen achievements to complete, whole tab in game, a bunch of secrets. It's free. It says, note, the game is weird and not straightforward. If you have trouble completing the game or don't enjoy trying to find weird secrets, I wrote this quick, messy guide on how to get the main achievements. Spoiler tip guide. The achievements are not saved between sessions, so you gotta get them all at once. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I wouldn't mind checking that out. I mean, yeah, as far as, yeah, Grant, I hear you saying, like, could you grab stuff? There was not really anything I can interact with. I mean, honestly, outside of jumping into that light, that was the, like, just touching things. That was the only interaction that was possible. I'm going to switch to another one here. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to switch to one that tried the Endless Express. And I should say that, let me look at the controls to make sure. Mouse to look around, right click to interact, left click to zoom, shift to run. Let me get this full screen here. Give me 1 second just to See if there's a tag for this one. Okay, there is not. Press escape to open menu. You actually have to go walk into the menu? That's interesting. This is the menu. You can access the space whenever you need to go to options, access your inventory, or quit the game. When you're done, you can leave through the door behind you. Go through here, exit the game, but don't worry, your progress is saved. It's your inventory. If you can pick something up, you can bring it here to save it. Your inventory. Bring it to your inventory so you won't lose the items while traveling. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go back in here. Hey. Hey, hey. Wake up. What are you doing here? The train goes to the depot. You'll have a hard time getting home from there. You know what? Let you get off at the next station. If you cross the river, you'll manage to catch a train that'll help you go home. You'll be a little bit more careful next time, okay? But be a little bit more careful. More frogs here. Wanted. Help us to find them. Huh, frogs. Okay, what's this timetable? It represents every minute in an hour. I think this game is actually in real time. Help us find him. Left, right, left, right. Gosh, it's tiresome to walk this way with a bunch of kids. Especially when some of them get lost. Yeah, one of the kids got lost. We were on a field trip by the sea, and after visiting the lighthouse and everything, I gave them some time off. Adjust the volume here. So they could go buy some knickknacks, get some stamps in their little books, and mainly so I can have some peace of mind for a minute or two. So you know, they're minding their little business, and when it's time to go, I start counting them. Yes, I always count them. They do look a bit alike, though, don't they? Anyway, I realize I'm missing one little fella. Who's missing? Stefan, the scatterbrain of the club. Always looking at the ceiling when you show him the sea. The kind of kid you'd lose in a teacup. I gotta go. The kids are getting impatient. They want to see the ice cream dude over there. Though I don't want their parents to get angry because of the holes they'll get in their teeth. Anyway, if you see Stefan around, tell him to get over here real fast. Because if I don't bring him back, I'm the one who'll have a hole in my teeth. So I think I can actually get on those trains. Oh, here's some more of them coming through. Whoa, okay. Soon? Jason. Wait, I mean Stefan. Stefan. Can we lead him? I guess they got the whole crew looking for him. Can't go down there. I shouldn't have stopped them at this part. Okay, well I can move past them this way. You realize you're currently blocking my view. I hope. Listen, I have to take care of this canal lock. Opening it, closing it when boats come by. I don't think you understand the importance of my duty here. Let's see many boats. I see that you decide to continue to block my view. Listen, you realize you're still blocking my view. Okay. I don't think you understand the importance of my duty here. Okay, the lock seems in. Alright, I gotta exit that convo right there. Maybe I have to find Stefan in a different place. So how about some ice cream? They're really tasty. How much? What do you mean, how much? Well, how much for the ice cream? I don't understand your question. How much do you want? For an ice cream? How much money I ask for an ice cream? Don't even think about it. You really thought my ice creams were for sale? Unbelievable. Well, yeah, think about it, stupid. If I sell my ice cream, I won't have any in my shop. And how do you suppose I'd run my shop then? I'm sure that sounds logical. It's because it is. This is the greatest joke I've ever heard, selling my ice cream. That's a good one. Yeah, goodbye, and if you have any more genius ideas, come tell me. Note to all travelers, dear traveler, we have heard your complaints and are working on a clear timetable for your beloved train network. We've hired cheap college students working for exposure. They're cheap and don't hesitate to do unpaid overtime, so the results will probably be amazing. In the meantime, please bear with the current timetable system and have a safe trip. We at the Endless Express Railway Service only offer you the best of the best and hope you enjoy our service. So this, maybe that'll give us an indication. You know, we see that these frogs are going... Maybe the frogs are going to two different places? So 6:44. That means the train's coming now. Here, can I... How do I exit this? Yep, this train. Let me get on it. So maybe that's the thing. Maybe Stefan got on one of the trains. Okay, so I assume we got to where we needed to go. Oh, hold on. Did I take it to the place where I already was? 55, so the one that 56 or 58 I should be getting on that one if it goes to this space. Okay, so if there's a train, how do I check my watch? There we go. So 1658 is the one I'm trying to look for. Oh, you can't jump. Oh no. Take the bridge. Is that the train I'm trying to get on? No. It doesn't seem to indicate which side the trains are going to be on either. Tell me, how awesome is my car? Pretty awesome. Gonna go for a test drive? I'm good, thanks. Oh, really? Well, anyway, you won't ever get the chance to touch my sweet ride. It's the best. You don't know how happy I am for you. I know people like you. The kind of people taking the train. How lame. The train, really. Okay, then show me. Oh, right now I can't because the gas station closed. But wait until I find some gasoline. You'll see a comet soaring through the landscape. Go back playing with your little wagons over there. I think that's our train. Oh, no, that's not. We got one more minute. That is cool, the real-time train system. Since I don't know what side the train's going to be on, I'm actually going to stand in the middle of this bridge. And when the time comes... It should be right now, 16:58, and only the train I'm trying to get on should arrive at this time. Okay, if they're late, that's kind of difficult to take into account for. Right? Here, hold on. 58, yeah. 58 was this one right here. Oh, maybe I have to look based on where I'm currently at. But where am I at? I thought this was to get there. Alright, I'm just getting on a train. Next train I see, I'm getting on it. I don't think this is the right one, but let's just get on and see. It's a cool character. Can't seem to interact with them, but it's very cool. So you came all this way to say hi to Uncle Sharon, huh? Oh. Sharon, I'm Certino? Okay, so what's up? You need help or something? Yeah, I don't really know. Don't worry, that's totally normal. When a soul is lost for too long, it can be found here, but I see you're a little different from the other one-eyed weirdos floating about. You still have a goal to reach. I'll take you back to the place where you can continue your travels. Hop in the boat, and I'll take you there. Don't look back during the trip. It says don't look back? Oh, hey, this is the boat. I guess it got me back here. Are those people still looking for... Yeah, it looks like Stefan, they're still looking for him. Let's see if I can get on that train. Okay, guess I can't get on. Oh boy. $32, I'm assuming 34. So whatever train comes at 34, I'm assuming that's to get me to this spot. Does that make sense? Because it's supposed to be every minute and every hour. So 32, there should be 2 trains coming now. The 34 is only this train. If I'm reading this correctly, because I think I'm in this world right now. And so if I connect there... But it seemed like when we went on that one last train, I don't know where we went to. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, keeping up with all the stuff in the military time. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Alright, 34. So there should be 2 trains arriving. There's one there. Let's see. I should be able to get on that one now. The doors are not opening for this one. So the goal should be the lighthouse? Why do you say that? I mean, I have to go here first, I think, right? And then that could lead me to the lighthouse. But it doesn't tell you of the 2 trains, like which one is going in which direction. That's the part I think that's frustrating. So it looks like 36. I guess because I'm standing here, it's saying at this platform, 35 will get me here. 36 should get me here. So I'm assuming it's based on the platform. Alright. See, I didn't even see the 35 train arrive. So if these trains are supposed to be arriving on this time, they don't seem to even be on time. Or maybe it's that platform over there is the 35 train. Okay, this should be the 36. So this should take us to the next spot. This is where we just were, though. I mean, I guess maybe that's where we were. Maybe that was the correct spot. Maybe we should look for these landmarks. I mean, this is kind of a more nighttime scene, so maybe this is this spot right here. Oh, yeah, because that's the gas station. Okay. Okay, Grant, can you say why you should go to the lighthouse? Is that what they mentioned, that he's at the lighthouse? Because if he is, then we're here. And so the lighthouse, 47. Why is it grayed out, though? See how some of these are yellow, some of these are red? Oh, I guess that's the indicator of what the train would be. I don't know if I can reach the lighthouse from here. Is the lighthouse 48? Okay, there should be a train coming right now. So I'm assuming that is it. Oh, I think it's not just grayed out, it's just pink. It's just saying light pink. Okay, so yes, this should take us to the lighthouse. Alright, I think we're getting there. Oh no, it's on the other side. Let me run. Try to catch this train as quickly as possible. Alright, we made it. You guys do remember if we pressed escape, like we could go into our menu thing and see items. So sounds like there'll be some items at some point, but we should be over at the lighthouse now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, Grant, I'm counting on you, my friend, because I actually don't know. I don't remember that part about Stefan, but that's probably him right there. You listened well. Is that him? Or no, that does not look like him. And I can't interact with them. Okay, cool. I'm glad you remembered that they last saw him there. I'm going to go in there in a second, but I'm just trying to think of where a kid could be hidden. Alright, I'm going to go inside. There he is. Ah, the sea, the wind, the tranquility. Are you Stefan? Depends. Who's asking? The mermaids or me? Let's go with the mermaids. I might be young, but I'm not stupid. Alright, I know mermaids don't talk. So who are you? Me. But, wait a second. How do you know my name? Darn, I've been spotted. I have to go tell them where. Yeah, we should tell him. The little kid. What? Please, don't tell him. I feel so great, finally alone. I decided to go on a great journey by myself. I don't want to see my parents again. They're horrible. Please, don't tell them I'm here. No, I have to tell them. You're just like all the others. Always on my back, wanting to control my life. Don't you have anything else to do than to boss others around? Leave me alone. Alright. Well, I'll wait right here for them with dignity to stop me. Like a trapped freedom fighter, proud and free, with my hair in the wind. Oh no. Am I going through this again? Or wait it. Okay, come on now. Couple things. If we get in here, situations like this in games, and you've already gone through all the dialogue, there's got to be a skip at that point. It's just got to. Because I thought that there might initiate some additional other dialogue. Alright, so we found Stefan, so I'm assuming we gotta go back and tell the other camp folks about it. Hey. We got something here. So you can hold on to it. But if you stop spraying this water, you let go of everything. Are we noticing any difference in the plants? Are they actually growing any? I don't know. No, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hopefully it'll respawn. Okay, if not, we shall see. Hi there, little one. So, we're going for a stroll. Keep track